Hughes out with a back injury. Spurs, meanwhile, gave a full debut to Kazuyuki Toda. The Japanese midfielder had been a second-half substitute against Manchester City on Friday. The ball was already outrin Sheringham's shot, but a sign of things to come from Keane. From Arsenal and Liverpool to Wigan and Walsall next season for Albion, such is the difference between the Barclaycard English Premiership and the First Division of the Football League. If nothing else, it's whetted the Baggies' appetite for a promotion push. "24 minutes gone. 1-0 to West Brom, Danny Dichio's 5th league goal of the season. And curiously, all his goals this season have been scored at home. Spurs were booed off by their fans on Friday as hopes of a UEFA Cup place slipped away. Robbie Keane, for one, hoped to provide some cheer. Almost on the stroke of half-time with a somersault to celebrate. Keane's 3rd goal in 4 matches and clearly onside. Time to concentrate with an hour on the clock. A bullet from Neil Clement, just 2 minutes after coming on as a substitute for Ife Daisy. Not even Katie Keller's reflexes were quick enough. From the manager for a terrific free kick. The question was, having beaten Sunderland on Saturday, could they hold on against Spurs, who had a cheeky free kick of their own lined up. Nearly as they planned it, Teddy Sheringham with the tap-in after the header from Goran Gudnjevcevic had come back off the post. Keane again involved. Spurs have never finished higher than 7th in the Premiership. That position was held by Blackburn, who began the day 5 points ahead. With 5 minutes to go, that gap was down to 3, so they still have a record to play for. Robbie Keane had also scored against Albion at White Hart Lane in December. Gary Megson kindly pointed out, now he had 2 more.
Robbie's in a great vein of form at the moment, and his goal scoring is there. He scored 4 in 3. He scored a hat-trick at the Lane against West Brom, ironically, and he scored 2 today. But no, he's a very good player, and you know, he's still learning. He's still young, but he's learning quickly, and that's the main thing.
City were unchanged from their 2-0 win at Tottenham on Friday. Joey Barton and David Sommet both scored their first City goals in that game. Mick McCarthy was still waiting to register his first point since replacing Howard Wilkinson as Sunderland manager. The Black Cats had lost 11 in a row, the worst run in their history. And although their fate was sealed some time ago, the former Republic of Ireland coach was hoping to end the campaign on a high. "36 minutes gone, and Mark Vivian Foe was presented with his first goal since the end of January. And Elke given the freedom of Main Road to pick the pass. Sunderland were demoted, deflated and demoralised. And not a week Mark Poom will want to remember. Just his 3rd match for the club in the famous red and white stripes. And after a personal disaster against West Brom 2 days earlier, he was under pressure again from Ali Benabia's through ball to Robbie Fowler. An exquisite finish from the manager's protégé. 2 goals in 2 minutes for City. Fowler's only previous goal had come against Birmingham a month ago. Sunderland will need 6 points from their last 3 matches to avoid being the worst ever side in the Premiership. The lowest ever points total was set by Watford 3 years ago, with a miserly 24. Schmeichel was also keeping it tight, saving from Phillips, then Stewart. For City, the holiday weekend has gone like a dream. 6 points out of 6. For Sunderland, their nightmare can't end soon enough. This was the first meeting between these two at Main Road in the Premiership, and with 10 minutes to go, Ali Benabia was determined to finish it in style. Sunderland carved open as Foe jabbed home his 9th of the season. The visitors defending all over the place. A comprehensive win, but Kevin Keegan's not the sort of man to kick a team when they're down.
strange sort of game. They were already down. I think they stuck at it very well, and I think Mick will be pleased with that. But we had the players potentially to open them up, and we did it 3 times. Maybe could have done it a lot more, but you know, I'm very pleased with the performances of late. The last 2 games in particular have been excellent.
For all the purist tradition at Upton Park, West Ham are now faced with no alternative but scrapping their way to victory any way they can to try to get out of the bottom 3. Joe Cole and other Hammers players seemed to take that to extremes at Bolton on Saturday, leading to a police investigation. But he kept his place against Borough, as did Ian Pearce, sent off on Saturday for violent conduct. Up front, Les Ferdinand replaced the injured Freddie Canute. But could they break down the defence with the best away record in the league? Ugo Ehiog, one of Borough's mainstays, and for good measure he scored against West Ham in the last meeting. Luke Wilkshire's display as a substitute against Arsenal earned him a starting place in midfield. The Brazilian Doriva moved to the bench. Glenn Roeder's side to play after this. Manchester City and Birmingham away, Chelsea at home. And Kevin Keatings was at Upton Park.
And a hugely important match for West Ham United Football Club. Their defeated Bolton on Saturday means they now have a gap of 6 points between themselves and safety. And Repka under immediate pressure here from Christie. Macaroni, and it needed Brevitt to get in with a very important challenge there to prevent West Ham going a goal down inside the very first minute. Here is Cole. West Ham skipper! Oh, and Schwarzer down very smartly to make a good save. Very positive from Joe Cole, putting aside those off-field problems for a moment there, and very nearly giving West Ham the lead. Glenn Roeder bitterly disappointed, of course, to lose at Bolton on Saturday to a wonder goal from JJ Okocha. But forthcoming matches, Manchester City away on Saturday, then Chelsea, the last home game of the season, and then they go to St Andrews, the final match against Birmingham City. Here's Cole. Oh, good ball from Joe Cole. A little bit of space to work in now for Trevor Sinclair. Carried by Schwarzer. And very quickly in there was Les Ferdinand. Pedro. Mistake by Brevitt. Christie. Good movement here from Juninho. Christie and Macaroni wait in the middle. Oh, and Repka! James just had to get there. What a nervy moment for Thomas Repka. Juninho's good movement caused the initial problem, and for a moment it looked as though it was going to drop in. Greeny. East ball. Taken in his stride beautifully by Joe Cole. Now, one-on-one situation for Cole. Defenders trying to get back at him. Still it's Joe Cole! Can only hold his hands to his head in frustration. A little bit untidy from both sides at the moment. Cross comes in, looks for Christie. Johnson's missed it. Possibilities here for Middlesbrough. Juninho wanting to pull back. Just lost his balance at an inopportune time. It's a poor header away though. May fall for Macaroni. Right across the face of David James's goal, and they were at 6s and 7s there, West Ham. And it's Juninho. Oh, James has filled it. Blocked in the end, Macaroni, and off the line by Pearce. Juninho forced the save initially. James then blocked from Christie. Repka. David James taking a big risk. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, the West Ham goalkeeper got out of jail big time there. Sinclair's firm header out. Wiltshire. shirts in the middle. Johnson away. Now Greening. Nervy moments for West Ham, and it very nearly went in from Southgate. Gareth Southgate was within an inch or two there of giving Middlesbrough the lead. Johnson. Ferdinand. Good ball to Sinclair. What's the cross like? It's decent. Les Ferdinand. And now Lomas in there, off the post. There, Ferdinand trying to turn it in. Oh, the width of a post denies Steve Lomas. He thought that was the moment. Still allowing Middlesbrough too much space here. And it may fall for Wiltshire. No, it won't count. Flag's already up. The offside flag came to the aid of West Ham. Johnson tries to challenge brilliantly of Cooper. Now Glenn Johnson cuts it back for Sinclair! Trevor Sinclair scores the most important goal of his West Ham career. The man who tasted relegation with Queen's Park Rangers 7 years ago has given West Ham a big lift here. Set up by a brilliant work from the teenager Glenn Johnson. Skipped beyond the challenge of Colin Cooper, and Sinclair kept his head down and was unerring with a right foot shot beyond Schwarzer. See what Middlesbrough got by way of reply. They still have time. Boateng looks for Macaronis, time to run well, and Recco won an important header there. He just had to eat up the ground, running back